moving on. Well, we in the movies right now, man. We in the movies, man. Which one to go first? Okay.
And I didn't even hear about this.
You didn't hear about this?
I live under a rock. It's a musical rock, but it's a rock.
I got you. I'm a Marvel stan, man.
Yes.
Before we even get started, hold up. Wait a minute. What am I doing? Before I talk about Marvel,
you always gotta introduce Marvel.
Man. Come on, man. You gotta put some respect on that motherfucking name. You know what I mean? You just can't. You gotta set the tone, man.
Just in case y'all didn't know where we going.
Right, we going right here.
This is where we going with it.
But this story, man, it was kind of disheartening. It was kind of sad, man, because what you don't want to happen, man, is to have these people playing these roles, and the roles do so well, and then they're not happy with it. Then they start attacking the studio, and the studio gets, and so many things can unpack from this.
Yeah.
And Disney is a major company to go after. I mean, they're a company that they can literally bury you. You know what I mean?
Very much so.
So basically, this story, Scarlett Johansson sues Disney for their decision to release the movie Black Widow simultaneously in movie theaters and on the Disney Plus platform. I know we talked about this recently on another episode where, Black Widow did, I think, let me see if I can find the numbers, but it wasn't a horrible box office. Here it is. 80 million North American opening box office, and I believe it was 79 million internationally, and then 60 million from Disney Plus, giving it a grand total of 318 million worldwide. Now, Scarlett Johansson got paid $20 million from this movie. And, she was also, promoting the movie as well. This movie got pushed back like so many times to the point that this movie was like 2 years old. Like they had to come out. They had, if you know Marvel, they had stuff planned 10 years in advance. Like there's already being, there's screenplays and things being written for Black Panther right now, in the Thor movie that's coming out 2 years from now. They plan far ahead. So if this movie doesn't come out, it doesn't fit with everything else that's supposed to come out. So this movie was being looked at by not only Marvel, but everybody that's releasing a movie, because they know Marvel's a major player. What Marvel does in theaters dictates what other people probably going to do in theaters. You know what I mean? So, this is a decent box office number for any movie, but, for Marvel, it's not that good.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because what ended up happening after this first week sale, it plummeted. You know what I mean? Because nobody's going to the movies like that. You know what I mean? So it's not like...
It didn't have the second week wave and the third week wave that normally gets done with Marvel. Right,
exactly. So, that's, Space Jam came out and then just quickly took its spot, but, it didn't do that much. I think Space Jam only did like 30 million.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was seen as a loss to them. So, originally I'm looking at this, I'm just like, okay, everybody has to take their hits. The studios is also taking a hit from this as well, too. Like, we're in a pandemic. $20 million.
Bro, come on now.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, man. But then I dug in a little bit deeper, and I was just like, I understand kind of where she's coming from. It's kind of an incentive-based situation. So if a movie hits a certain tier, she gets another bump.
Yeah.
So her 20 million would have actually been more like a 50 million if it wasn't going to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And on top of that, her movie brought in so many more new subscribers to Disney Plus that they're going to continuously make money from.
She's not getting the cut of the Disney Plus, is she?
They said that she's going to have opportunity to make money from the Disney Plus release, but it's not going to be her, bonus.
Nowhere near her nearly.
Right. What the other actors are used to getting when they hit certain things. So you have these pre-COVID incentives that are out. And now that, COVID's out here, like, she's suffering from getting her bonuses and stuff like that. But I think the movie's also suffering too. But at the end of the day, she wasn't happy with it, and they decided to sue Disney. And her decision made other people look back at it too. And it's crazy how it's a lot of women. Because Emma Stone, who did the Cruella jump on Disney Plus, was like, maybe I should jump in this jump too. You know what I mean? Gal Gadot that did Wonder Woman. It's like, I should get in here too. You know what I mean?
Even though that 1984 jump was ass.
Yeah, that was ass. And I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't checking for the Cruella movie. I didn't see no Dalmatians.
I didn't
Where the dogs at?
Yeah. Like, I'm a Dalmatians fan, not a Cruella fan.
Yeah, but anyway, with Scarlett Johansson, man, it's sad to see that it's going down this way because I think another factor in this as well too. If you guys don't know, spoiler alert, Black Widow does die. So there is very.
Oh, in this movie she died.
In Endgame.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was. I knew in Endgame she died. I just didn't know. So
Endgame she died. This movie is technically, even though it came,
a throwback.
It's a throwback. It's the movie between Civil War and Infinity War, and it kind of shows you where the Black Widow character was at during this time frame. But we know that she is dead in the cinematic universe. So these next movies coming out, you're not expecting to see her come back. So her mind, she's thinking, this is my last Marvel movie.
Yeah, so I need to cash out.
I need to cash out and do what I need to do. So the risk, even because a lot of people say, if I'm going to sue a company like Disney, they can blackball you in this industry. Not only for, it's going to be very hard for her to get other roles.
I don't know, though, because she is Scarlett Johansson.
She is. But if they're like,
she can play anything, and I'm gonna watch it just to see her face.
I agree. I agree, man. I think that she's a phenomenal actor. She's a megastar, man. Like, people are going to watch the movie just on the fact that she's in the movie. But at the same time, these people, if you poke the wrong bear, they might want to see you go away.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Rid of Michael.
Yeah, they'll get rid of anybody, man. And so I don't know, man. I wish. I don't know. I wish it got settled.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I wish they settled this jump, but I'm sure.
But it's still open to the settlement. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
At any point in the process.
Yeah, this is not going to be a major issue where Disney's going to lose sleep or she's going to lose sleep. Obviously, I mean she did make $20 million off of this movie.
Yeah.
She is Scarlett Johansson, but she just I think wants to make sure she just gets what is worth.
You can feed a couple countries, sweetheart. You good.
Yeah.
You can feed a couple countries like, Croatia.
Yeah. But some creators are like, look, I understand that you're giving me 20, but if I'm really worth 100, give me my 100. You know what I mean?
So that's like we don't get mad at players like LeBron and stuff like that for cashing out because if you did their real worth or real value, they don't get paid nearly because they have a cap in the NBA.
Right.
So
I mean, look how much money Cleveland was bringing in because of LeBron. Like it's really like
because literally when he left, it was a ghost town.
Yeah, man, come on now. So I just it's a lot of shifting going on with the creators, the athletes, and all these people standing up for I'm worth this. Pay me what's mine, or
because they're still gonna get their billions regardless.
Right.
Like she could make $100 million off this film. Disney and Marvel are still gonna eat.
Yeah, they're still gonna eat
big time.
They're still gonna eat. It's unfortunate that for her to be in this cinematic universe for a decade, and she finally gets her solo movie, and
she gotta fight.
And she gotta fight through this because. They make it seem, because, you're still playing by pre-COVID rules.
Yeah.
So when it's all said and done, say 20, 30 years down the road, and they look back at all the Marvel catalogs, hers is going to be towards the bottom just because of the pandemic that we're in. You know what I mean? So it's unfortunate at the time that we're in, and she had to suffer with it, but I think you might need to put an asterisk by this.
Yeah, I think they will. I think if you look at a list, even if it's just a list that creators like us were to make, I think almost every list is going to put asterisk pandemic.
Right.
Like
pandemic
time,
closed,
different things like that. Like, I think because between 2019 and 2022, because it's looking like we're gonna go into 2022.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna stop it there because I'm hopeful. But between 2019 and 2022, I think there's gonna be an asterisk that says 2019 and 2022.
Whatever dropped during this time, man.
Like,
listen to your own discretion.
Forgive the numbers, bro.
Right.
Forgive the numbers. Watch the movie.
Right.
You actually gotta watch the movie.
Yeah, man.
And make your own decision. Don't judge based off of the numbers with this particular analytics. Doesn't answer everything in these circumstances.
Right. And I think you just solve a lot of this stuff by that bonus thing. Don't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, I understand. They probably, like, if they sold $318 million, they probably had to hit like $350 for her to get like another booster or whatever, or something like that. But like, to me, just pay the people what it's worth. Fuck the bonus.
Like adjust the bonus to match what the situation you're in.
Because at the same time, they broke a pandemic record. This was the highest grossing movie during the pandemic.
Right.
Nobody else is doing that kind of number for a movie right now. So, yeah, man. But I just hope they just don't spin it and try to bury her because she's trying to fight and get what she deserves. That's what I hope for.
I support Scarlett Johansson because I love her.
Yeah, man.
She's one of the only one of them that can have my children.
All right.
Top hill, top hill, top